Welcome, collective and chosen ones. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here today. I just want to apologize firstly for missing out on producing a longer video last week on the energy update. I normally post once a week, longer versions of the update that we're going through. Lately it has been so intense and I'm still purging a lot of energy out and going through a massive transformation. In my previous short symptoms of a massive purging, I've mentioned that some of us are undergoing a massive detoxing of energy, and as such there will be some things that pop up with your health that you don't normally have. I've been a very healthy person, and then all of a sudden now, last week I had a massive pain on my shoulders and I could hardly even move or sit down. So therefore I have been keeping a lot of the videos very short and sweet. So for all of you that have been familiar with my readings, it's just about the energy and it's not gender specific. And for anyone that's new, please note that these readings are all timeless, so it's as and when it's appropriate for you to listen and read all the posts. And not everything will resonate with you, so take what you can and leave the rest that's not relevant. So I just want to provide a mixture of cards and oracles today. And the first card that came out is to take time out. A lot of us have been going through so much energy and really purging out stuff that we don't really need anymore. It's time to really get that out. But in my previous shorts, I talk about the time where we are not 100% ready. There are some things that are still left behind, therefore there may be some blockages. And that's why you may come across certain pains and body pain, stuff with, like, say, your digestion, your eyesight, throat. These are all to do with the different areas of your body and your chakra points. So whenever there is a blockage, please pay full attention. So Spirit's asking you to take some time out to really work through things. Some of us are not fully there yet. I've still got quite a lot of things that I need to purge from the past, and I'm quite aware of it. And as I've been reading out and channeling these energies, there's a lot for me to work through as well. So that's why the channel's here for you, for me to discuss this with you and for you to work that out yourself and to reflect on it. You have a lot of gifts of awareness and you can see through people now. Actually, it's not now. You've had that for a long time, but a lot of us have been really not wanting to know about it because it scares you. Living in the 3D world with these special gifts, sometimes it can be frightening because no one understands you. So your skills are that you're a very hard working person. You have a lot of commitment and talent and workmanship. You're right now entering a new phase of developing your skills along with the skills that you already have. And these are stuff that people look out for, but it's very hard for them to headhunt you. So sometimes you might be able to go out there and really get yourself known. At the moment, you're very supported by Spirit. You're an empath. You have a lot of compassion for other people, but beware that not everyone's for you, but it's here for you to use your discernment and intuition to get through. You're really balancing out after a period where the tower moment hit you. for a while recently, and the last 6 months, you've still gone through a lot of tower moments, but you're coming out of it now. And in the last few longer readings, I have mentioned that you are going through a transformation. So there was a destruction of all the old foundations and things that didn't work for you, and amongst that, you are co-creating with the people that are not for you. So these were the tower moments, because there was a split in the energy and an energy discord where you both split into two different worlds, or what I call different dimensions. During that time, you had a lot of self-limiting beliefs. You went through a time where there was a lot of stagnancy, and you were working with people that are very unreliable, very toxic, and you became very bored, but you worked through your fears. There were people that were very deceptive and envious of you. There still are, but at the moment, you are not in that vibration to really come across them so closely. So there's nothing that needs to be worried about, and Spirit's always guiding you and protecting you. As I said, you worked through quite a lot of fears, things that you thought that you're not going to be able to get through. At the moment, still, sometimes when you come across like different issues with your health, be aware that nothing is set in stone. So I read through a moon card that says nothing is yet set in stone. Things can always turn out like miracles that are good for you. You're spending a lot of time, and you got the Hermit card, reflecting on things and still going through stuff. A lot of people can see, the deceptive people can see that you are hitting a time where you're very abundant. You have become very affluent and people look up to you, but not everyone's going to tell you that, because they don't want to see you successful. But there's nothing to worry about. The King of Pentacles signify that you not only have abundance, but you've got the skills to be able to be the leader. Got the mental harvest, a material harvest, sorry. And this card is a very auspicious card. Whenever I see that, I always look at myself as being abundance. You always got everything you need, but a lot of us don't want to acknowledge that our abundance is already here. We want to seek something concrete in the 3D, but Spirit's asking you to just be open to even receiving in the ethers. You have an X-ray vision, and this X-ray vision card is my clairvoyancy card and clair abilities card. So using this, you have a lot of knowledge and high level skills to be able to see through people without even making it so obvious. So use that skills wisely. You're working on your finances and long-term investments, and that's a very good thing. You have a lot of sustained patience, perseverance, and success is waiting for you. So your profits are coming. All it needs is just still continue to work on things, and when things don't go exactly how it is, just look at it as an up and down. Nothing is always up. It can come down. You've got a lot of freedom now and newfound awareness. You've released a lot of things and surrendered. You are a survivor. And I got again another card that's saying facing your fears. Since you've gone out of the tower moments, you've got the Star card, which is signifying renew hope, miracles, rejuvenation, and you're heading to your North Star. You're going through a massive healing stage, and you have a lot of inner clarity. So things are looking really good for you. It's just that whilst you're working through them, it's like working through a renovation in a house. You don't quite see the end result, and there's a lot of mess that you still got to go through. And all you have to do is just picture the completed stage, and in between the process is just to enjoy the process and how you've made it. Now, I haven't really been doing a little bit about relationships, but this is talking about something that's not very positive, but it's about somebody else. So somebody still wants to have a second chance with you, but you've already made up your mind, and because they're playing mind games all the time, their mind games are backfiring, and someone is coming out of a divorce. So it could be you or somebody else, but it's more towards the other person. They've still got a lot of inner conflicts. They're very materialistic, and when they met you, it's more about how they stand in the materialistic side and how well you look. They see that you're very abundant, so that's what they look for. It's not so much as the inner qualities or the feminine side. So it's not your problem anymore, because your mind is very much on working on yourself in every way. You're balancing your spirituality with your practicality side and in the 3D world. And anything else outside is really not as important, because your new mindset is coming out of a low sense of worth and looking at others as an external validation to now self-validation and self-worth. You've trusted your intuition for guidance and answers. So with this person who has not been very forthright and very honest with you, you already got your answers with your intuition. You don't really have to get the concrete answers from the horse's mouth from them. You're very guarded, so you haven't really been answering to any of their messages or anything else, because you're saying to yourself, you're not my problem, and you're just moving away from it because you realize that the energy is very, very different now. You don't even really get upset with this person anymore, because what you're seeing really is an older version of yourself. When you used to be at that stage where it was very dark and there were not a lot of experience to work on yourself. And this person is just reflecting the old self in you. So you're no longer really bothered by this, because you've learned your lessons and you only need to go back to them. So that's why you don't even want to spend any time with this person. And you're not being arrogant. You've already forgiven that person. And it's up for them to really work out their own life. Now, this person's been trying every trick under the sun to come back. And they've used every single thing, from talking dirty to you to really trying everything. And nothing works. It's all talk and just really no action, and it's all bullshit. And you've already done that in the past. And this is all high school stuff, and you just had enough. So you don't even bother now. It's not up to you normally to be this rude, but there are several messages sent to you and you just haven't even been bothered to even spend any time on it. You did so want to get something from them, as in the honesty from them, but realizing that you may not get it because you may be talking to a narcissist or karmic. Now I just want to spend another time just going back to the health. I just wanted to also tie this in with a lot of us are still in two realms, so the old earth and the new earth. Whilst this is happening, sometimes you may come across some symptoms that all of a sudden you feel a bit out of it, and you might see double, and it's just like randomly in the middle of the day, and it's not even like whether you're tired or not, it's just all of a sudden this may happen. This has happened to me twice, and I've just realized I have been in between two realms. All of a sudden I was seeing things, and it's like a glitch in the matrix. And within no time, like this is within 1 minute, I start to see me going back to the 3D world. But for a while, I was taken to something that I couldn't see in concrete, like the 5D world, something that's really beautiful, and wanting me to just go to that direction. This is in the middle of the day where I was working, and then I had quite a lot of things that I needed to get done. So it brought me back to the 3D. It's a very strange feeling, and in the midst of that, I was feeling very, very much like I was about to faint. But luckily I was sitting down and I wasn't driving, so there was nothing to be worried about. But I felt like I was zapped into something that I just couldn't explain. Now, if you are having these kind of symptoms, I'd like to get some feedback off you. Please put in some comments in the description box. And as I said in the previous shorts on the symptoms, if your symptoms persist, please seek a medical practitioner. But sometimes when you're going through something like this, there may not be anything that can be worked out that quickly. It just takes a while to just detox everything out, and you'll be fine. Now, for anyone who has not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps the algorithm and for me to post out more. So thanks very much for your time, and I hope to see you next. Bye for now, and sending you lots of love and blessings.